What's happening, everyone, and welcome to the show. Be quiet, Flav. I'm doing the introduction. It's an honour that you've joined us. It's time for our favourite portion of the week. It is time for the call-in show. Flav, it's a delight to have you here, and you obviously buzzing.
I am buzzing. This is my favourite thing of the week. Watching you lot do it. Yeah, I've done it before. Me and Buvey did it last week. Last week, boys.
Yeah, we got Spurs fan coming on today as well for you.
I know, because last time it was 3 Arsenal and 2 Chelsea, so that was fantastic.
Well, it's equalised. We're going to go straight into the phone lines, and we're going to talk to Eno, the Chelsea fan. Eno, where are you calling from, sir?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Eno.
How are you?
Hello. I'm good. I'm calling from South London.
Very nice.
Yo, South London's in the
Very
house.
nice.
Well, it depends where in South London, whether it's very nice or not.
Which part of South London?
Whereabouts?
Like Lewisham side.
I like Lewisham.
Get the seal of approval.
I like
Flav?
Lewisham. Not for me, Bob.
Not for me.
You've moved out of London. You don't deserve an opinion on these things.
Improved a lot recently as well. So I apologise.
What's on your mind, Eno?
So I'm a Chelsea fan.
Good man.
And where I'm from, like South, there's a lot of Arsenal fans, even though Arsenal's like up north. But so my point today is, I think Arsenal, Arteta's Arsenal is no different to Pochettino's Tottenham.
Is it better? Do you think they've got a better side than prime Pochettino and the Spurs? Who would win in that game?
Tottenham. Yeah, 2016.
That's interesting.
Teams on paper, I think Spurs are better.
Yeah, Kane starts, Kyle Walker starts. You think
Danny Rose starts.
Danny Rose?
There's question mark about
Son,
Saliba and
Son,
definitely not the Reece.
Heung-min Son's better than Martinelli.
Declan Rice gets in there. Odegaard, Saka gets in there.
Odegaard might not.
Saliba gets in. Has to. Saliba.
Odegaard might not.
No, Prime Delhi.
This is quite interesting.
No, Odegaard's better than.
If you did a combined 11 of Pochettino's best team and Arteta's best team, what's there more of?
Spurs.
Is there
6-5?
Yeah,
You know, what do you think?
Tottenham got to a Champions League final. Arsenal only got to the semi.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think there'd be more Spurs or more Chelsea in a combined 11?
I think there'll be more. I think it might be.
Sorry,
even
Arsenal. Sorry, I
split.
think I said Chelsea.
Arsenal,
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think it might be an even split.
It can't be an even split because it's
11, mate.
Odd number.
It's an odd number.
Not exactly even, but like I think it's be like
6-5.
one more either side, give or take, roughly.
Okay.
I don't think there's much. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think there's much difference because with Pochettino's Tottenham, I think when they should have won the league, there was always they always fell at the last hurdle. For example, like when Leicester won the league, even though it was like a big fairy tale, Leicester only had 81 points.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
This is essentially about you attacking both Tottenham and Arsenal here,
Good man,
isn't it?
Eno.
This is what you're doing
100%.
here. You don't really care
100%.
about the actual answer. You're just taking this as an opportunity
He said
to
yes,
back.
100%.
Said yes, 100%.
I respect it.
Who did you fear the most out of those two teams as a Chelsea fan? Obviously, Chelsea were a little bit better when the Spurs team were knocking about, but who did you fear the most out of those two teams in games?
I think the quality of Chelsea definitely plays like an effect because we were much better when Pochettino was at Tottenham. So I think I don't want to say I fear Arsenal, but I think I fear Arteta's Arsenal a bit more than Pochettino's Tottenham.
Eno, do you know what I would say about this, which I think kind of sums it up? You know when Arsenal got to a Champions League semi-final last year. In fact, even before that, when they beat Real Madrid, home and away. Yeah. I truly believed that Arsenal were going to win the European Cup, and it was really troubling me. I honestly thought that they were going to do it last year. I didn't think anyone was going to stop them off the back of what they did, and Arteta for that deserves credit. When Tottenham got to a final, I literally never thought they were going to win it. At no point did I ever believe that Liverpool weren't going to beat Tottenham in the final.
Was that more about the two, almost just the two badges themselves and the history of Tottenham?
To a degree, but Arsenal have a very, very pitiful record in Europe as well.
But in terms of the players and the managers, who did you fear the most?
Well, this is probably why. I mean, it had something to do with the opposition perhaps as well. But I never believed that Tottenham were going to get over the line. I never actually believed that it was going to happen. Whereas I did think Arsenal
I'd argue we have the same outlook on Arsenal, though.
Yeah, but that also...
You believe that Arsenal were going to get over the line?
I thought Arsenal were going to win the European Cup last year. I did.
But that shows your ignorance, Rory, unfortunately, because they're only one team in North London that has any kind of European pedigree, and that's Tottenham Hotspur.
But did you believe last year that Arsenal were going to win the European Cup?
Absolutely. I was terrified.
Yeah.
I genuinely was.
But I think that's a more of a fear thing. I know you hate Spurs more, though, I guess.
It's
more of a fear thing,
the day that Tottenham played in the European final, they were playing Liverpool, so maybe that was part of my makeup here. But I just didn't think for 1 second that Tottenham were going to ever win the game.
Well, do you remember that season though? Tottenham's we were in relative terms falling apart. It was like the end of, so we weren't convincing in the league. Liverpool, were, and so I can appreciate that.
When you thought of this statement, not question, did you do it in the mind of Arsenal aren't as good as they think, or that Spurs side aren't as good as they thought? Like, where was you thinking at when you made this statement?
I think it's definitely on the Arsenal aren't as good as they think, because I rate that Tottenham side. I think it was a good side. I have a problem with Arteta as well. Like,
we all do,
I have
mate.
a huge problem with Arteta. He has no, other than the FA Cup against Chelsea, which was played when no one was in the crowd. He has like no silverware, no backing, no like history of success. But for some reason, fans look past this. I think
he's got a devoted fan base, Arteta. Weirdly devoted. It's cult-like.
Strange, isn't it? It's strange.
It
Liverpool was the final straw for me. That was depressing. Negative.
Weirdly, I kind of want to come to the defence of Arteta because no one has a divine right to win the Premier League. You just need to be in the conversation come April, May, and then you've done your job.
You need to grab it.
You don't need to be in
Mancini came to
such a Tottenham approach. That
it's a Tottenham. But when
you won't see this, but he's really sneery faced when he said that. It wasn't like he was disgusted with me and making a point at the same time.
You don't just have to be in the conversation come April. That's such a defeatist mentality.
You have to bust heads.
You can win the Premier League in August. You know that with your mentality. Mancini beat Sir Alex Ferguson 6-1. That was early in the season. Didn't mathematically mean anything, but it was symbolic.
Mathematically meant a lot because they won the league.
By the end.
Is that right? But at the time, it didn't mean anything, did it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't get it. But look, I was terrified that Arteta was going to win a European Cup. And when Tottenham got themselves to a final, at no point was I bothered.
I didn't even think about it.
Made that point four times.
It didn't matter whether it was Liverpool in the final or Barcelona in the final. Both.
I watched something else. When it was on, I watched something else. I was watching Homes Under the Hammer on a different channel.
It'd be like watching the film Titanic. You know how it ends. You know how it ends with Tottenham capitulating.
And how did it end? How did it end in May? How did it end in May?
What, are you drunk?
You're right.
Europa League. That's what we ended up. We won it. Everyone says, Tottenham can't win
in the final. You in the final.
Sorry, Granddad's gone mental again.
It's been a long day, Sorry.
The worst. By the way,
Captain
Tottenham
Birds.
did win Europa League, but the worst Europa League final I think I've ever watched.
All right, we've had enough of you, man.
Honestly,
I was going to say another time. I've loved it. Been great to talk to you, mate. Call back next week. Great to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Great call.
Got us off to a flyer there. Loved that. We're going to go straight into the phone lines again, and we're going to talk to Ayman, Liverpool fan.
Isn't it?
Ayman.
Hey, man.
Ayman would be EAMONN.
Fuck you right back.
Yeah, your sex was whack.
Ayman, Liverpool fan. Ayman.
It's Ayman, man.
The same, man. The same. You guys had me on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I told you.
I was chatting to you, man.
Ayman, how do you spell your name?
Ayman.
No,
Ayman.
Alpha's done it right. It's how we say it. Ayman.
I'm sure he knows his own name.
Yeah,
Ayman.
He knows his own name.
But Buvey, there's no way you're trying to tell me how to say my own name.
No, but Ayman is EAMONN.
What you just said it that. What is it then? You say it and I'll repeat it.
Ayman.
Ayman. That's what I said. Like Ayman Holmes.
Yeah, Ayman Holmes. That's what I said.
All right. Ayman, what's your thoughts today, or what's your question or statement that you want to make?
Well, I was on a couple of weeks ago and I spoke about how Liverpool needed Isak to win the league. I think you guys, well, not Adam, but Buvey and Rory disagree with me a bit. I looked at the comments I saw on TikTok, on Twitter, like what people thought about what I said. And I think majority of Liverpool fans agreed with it. And I think from the performances recently, we can see why we needed Isak to win the league.
So what from the performances, what have you seen that kind of reinforces your stance that you had a couple of weeks ago?
Well, from the performances, I know you guys are going to say like we scored 4 against Bournemouth, 3 against Newcastle. The performance against Newcastle wasn't great. Defensively, we were solid. We conceded from set pieces. But in transition, we were all right. But going forward, I can't even remember, apart from the goals that we scored, chances that we created or like capitalized from. And in the Arsenal game, yes, Arsenal are defensively great. But like we had to score from a set piece. There was literally nothing we could do to break them down. And that's why I felt like, in terms of Ekitike, I think Ekitike is a top prospect. But that's what he is. In his professional career, he had 1 full season at Frankfurt, played half a season at Frankfurt before that, didn't play at PSG, and had 1 good season at Rennes. That's why PSG signed him. He's not experienced.
Yeah, he's got 3 goals for you right now. He's got more goals in the league this season than Isak, who went on strike for a club that absolutely adored him and your boy's got 3 goals for it for Liverpool. So why are we throwing Ekitike back on the subs bench? It's crazy.
Nah, I wouldn't say subs bench. I didn't say that. I don't think he'd be on the subs bench. I just think someone that's going to lead the line for Liverpool to the Prem, to the Champions League, and he's the only sole striker in the squad.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I don't think that wouldn't have been enough. You look at any successful team, like nowadays, we want to challenge for everything. We want to go for everything. Look at any success. Look, Buvey, look at your like treble winning side. Grealish, Alvarez, Haaland, Mahrez.
You need 2 strikers, 100%. Yeah. But I think what we said 2 weeks ago in terms of you winning the Premier League, I think you could have done it without Isak. That's the point. But can you win the Champions League? Can you win a treble?
Can they win the Premier League
double?
without that Gahey signing though? Because before the Arsenal game, I thought they're conceding way too many goals. That's why I was quite shocked to hear Eamon say they look defensively solid. And then that Arsenal game kind of showed me, all right, maybe they do know how to shut up shop a little bit. But it's still though they've conceded a lot of goals. This
Konate, Van Dijk, Joe Gomez, and a new geezer from Italy.
Leone.
They're fine.
Well, Frimpong and Kerkez are leaving a lot
the fullbacks, I think
I'm right,
Kerkez look good.
I'm right about
I don't think you are necessarily. And by the way, he's injured and he's not been culpable for any goals so far this season.
Well, he has.
What did you say about Frimpong?
That he leaves way too much space at the back.
But when Bournemouth scored, he was on the pitch. When Bournemouth scored, he was on the pitch.
It's direction from Slot. He's been telling these fullbacks to do that. I agree with you.
But he signed a wing back.
Yeah.
Play fullback.
Kerkez was fantastic against Madueke. He was
weak on the back
superb.
post.
Alisson's still the best keeper in the world for me, behind Donnarumma. So it's fantastic.
I think the Isak signing essentially now signs the Premier League off.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. If they don't win the Premier League now, it's the biggest embarrassment I can think of in my adult lifetime.
You hear that, Eamon?
They spent 300 million quid on 2 players.
So if Liverpool don't win it from this position, have they bottled the
Florian
league?
Squirts and Isak up front, who went on strike.
Florian what?
Squirts.
Florian Squirts.
Hey, Florian Squirts is wild. Is that his porn star name?
Yeah, Jesus. I think I've seen that one.
Well, it is.
Hey, you lot should think about your wingers movie. City. My God. Hey, listen, I agree. I think we need to win the league with the signings we made. We broke the transfer record twice. I don't disagree on that. The Gueye signing would have been great for depth. Konate is very injury prone, but since Slot came in, I think he's found a way to keep him injury free. I think the problem when you mentioned the defensive side, Adam, I feel like it was more like in Slot mentioned himself the rest defense. I feel like Gravenberch was missing. Gravenberch missed the first.
Yeah, McKolla's had an injury. You're not even settled yet. You've got maximum points. It's nothing to be worried about. They're not even settled yet.
I know.
McAllister always starts the season.
Yeah,
slow.
wait till November. You'll be loving life, mate. Honestly, you'll be absolutely loving life.
£400 million drop. You know, you must be doing something.
I think he's right though. They did need it. Eamon is right though. The bottom line of his point is: did Liverpool need Isak? And the answer is yes.
Eamon, I think you're about to say that there's some sort of narrative against Liverpool for spending £450 million. Is that right?
No, I don't disagree. We've spent money, but this idea of Liverpool buying the league, Liverpool are splashing 450, Liverpool have splashed 4. We've sold 220 million worth of players.
The Coutinho money's done the Coutinho money, you've spread that very thin. It's fantastic money.
This guy.
No, it is.
This guy.
That's what we have to deal with on a daily basis.
I just repeat the same joke.
This guy.
All summer when it was sunny. All summer when it was sunny.
Battered cod.
I keep repeating the jokes until people just don't laugh anymore.
Hey, don't get me started on City. Everyone's forgetting how much they splashed in January.
Yeah, they're a joke.
Eamon,
they're a joke.
Eamon, you've told Alpha, the producer, you're talking about Liverpool. Why are you going on about City? You can't have 2 questions.
They spent $750 million since they won the treble. And
why'd I give you that?
Backwards.
Why'd I give you that?
They've gone backwards, Eamon.
$750 million.
You needed that as well. You needed that as well. You can't use that against me.
$750 million.
Pep Guardiola, checkbook manager. Even then, he's
checkbook then, checkbook now.
Hey, right now, that talent ID.
Mug, innit?
Hey, this is your second question. You can't have 2 questions a show.
You can.
We've got to move on. No, we'll move on to Danny Wig.
Danny Wig.
Actually, let's keep you on, Eamon.
It's been great. Let's speak to you again next week, mate.
Thank you,
Brilliant call from you. Put Buvey in his place. Love it.
Thanks very much, mate.
Nice one, Eamon.
Danny Wig.
Danny
Wig. You're on the club, sir.
Why you Spurs?
Yeah. Danny, how are you, mate? Danny Wig. Is it one word? Danny Wig.
No, Danny. 2 words. Danny Wig. Wiggly is the second name, but
Daniel Wiggly.
Daniel Wiggly.
You just said Danny Wig Wiggly.
No, it's like Chris Quigley.
Chris Quigley.
Let him ask his question.
Danny, what's your question?
My question is, what player has had the greatest season in ways of getting silverware? So, like winning the World Cup and then going on to, I was thinking about like Alvarez, winning the World Cup, then going on to win the treble.
Edouard Mendy.
You know,
Africa Cup of Nations and Champions League.
What are you looking at?
I'm surprised.
Why? It's called intelligence.
Some of the
What about
Barcelona
Gary
boys.
Cahill? What about Gary
Some of the
Cahill?
Barcelona boys had a good time because they won the treble and they won the World Cup and Euros either side, didn't they?
Yeah.
Xavi.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, if you were Spanish...
I have no idea.
Barcelona won the sextuple once. The sextuple, not even joking. They won 6 trophies with Pep in 1 year, and they won the World Cup.
I remember, who is it? Is it Julia for
5 trophies.
Liverpool? They won 5 trophies.
Well, it was like Super Cup and Charity Shield were in that.
Yeah,
League Cup.
It was the Mickey Mouse treble, if you remember.
Yeah.
We had a
It was the Milk Cup.
Mickey Mouse treble. That's when Owen won the Ballon d'Or. That season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Danny Wick, is there any shout for him in Son after 10 years of not being able to...
Jesus.
Of course there's not. What's a stupid question?
What are we doing?
I am the absolutely. So I've only just started getting into football in the last 2 years.
Oh.
This is why I've asked this question.
How old
Because
are
I
you?
want to going 35.
Who did you used to support?
He's only just started watching football.
Football in general.
Hang on, what
What was your hobby before?
Yeah.
What was my hobby? I used to watch a lot of boxing, things like that. But I never
boxing.
football was never a thing in my house.
I thought he was going to say
And
Warhammer
then-
or something.
What happened,
No,
Danny?
I'm not there. My father-in-law's a big Villa fan, so I started trying to get the old brownie points and watching the football with him, and then completely got into it. Found your guys' podcast, and it kind of has given me the history.
We've converted someone from no football into football. That's how
From
good our show
Warhammer
is.
to football.
How have
There
you
you go.
three converted him into a Spurs fan? That doesn't make any sense.
It's a great show, mate.
Because he was like, can't be a City fan like that, bellend. There can't be a Chelsea fan like that, bellend. I don't want to be a United fan like that, knobhead.
Yeah. Quite like that.
Danny Wig.
How did that happen, Danny?
What Spurs? Literally, it is as simple as most of the English players I knew the names of after watching a few English players were played for
That's
Spurs.
fair enough.
Fair, mate.
Danny, you ever been go-karting under the Spurs stadium, mate?
No, or
Mate,
not
do
have
it.
the
Do it.
season
I'll get you
whatever
discount as
it was
well. I'll get you
talking about.
25% off. I know a guy down there, so I'll get you 25% off, no question.
Peter Crouch.
Yeah, I went. Oh yeah, with
Yeah,
Crouchy,
he knows.
Bentley, Wainbridge.
Mate, you told the story
I beat
so
Carlton
often
Cole.
that Danny knew
Danny,
you were going to say.
I beat Carlton Cole. Yeah.
We know, Buvey.
Yeah, because boys, that was it. I wanted a little bit of research to go back, but I wanted to say really quickly, thank you, because genuinely the podcast has been a real big thing. Even now, me and my old father-in-law, as a 75-year-old guy, we sit down and listen to it together. All
Good,
the kind of,
Danny.
live
Good,
things like
Danny.
that.
What a
So,
boy.
What's your father-in-law's name?
Fair play.
What's his name?
Bambos, Greek. Bambos, the Greek man from Birmingham.
I love
That's
that.
great.
Danny,
Love that.
Bambas, shout out you both, man. We
Well,
appreciate
go on,
you.
Danny.
Thank you very much.
It's a shame. If he's 35 when he picked his team, he could have easily picked Chelsea.
He's had a right Rick, really.
It's a shame.
Spurs.
Mate, you
Mate, but
chose,
the journey...
you know, if you're 35 years old, you're quite rational. You're quite intelligent.
Yeah.
You can make considered choices.
But is it? Can I just? Oh, you're right, of course, right. But there's also the journey for Spurs is still to be had. All the other teams have had their journey, so maybe it has made the right decision.
You know, in answer to his question, Julian Alvarez was the first player to win a treble and the World Cup in the same season.
That's incredible.
isn't it?
Julian Alvarez.
And then he won the Copa America.
We've given
in
the
that- in
answer
that
when he hung up.
Well,
He went up. I just wanted the research, and then he's gone.
You'll have heard it though, isn't
Shame.
Next up, we got Joel.
Glazer.
Hopefully not.
Oh, no. Don't,
Imagine.
That'd be a good phone call for us. Joel, I love how you got at the defense straight away. It was like, whoa, no, get back. Joel, how you doing, brother?
Good. It's been a while. I think the last time I was speaking to you guys would have been before we beat Leon, if I'm correct.
What about
Oh.
Grimsby?
When-
You're not called back since Grimsby.
Ask
what
ask
happened after
Buvey
this?
where they are
What
in the
happened
league.
after then? How'd you get on in the final, mate?
Yeah.
Ask Buvey where they are in the league.
How'd you get on in the final of that
Who,
competition
Grimsby?
after beating Leon?
If I remember correctly, I did say we would lose that final to Tottenham.
Yeah.
But that's
did
not-
actually.
I
You did. I
don't think
remember
we
that.
did.
remember this.
By the way,
Remember us
Joe,
going. That's
Yeah,
your spirit.
yeah.
Joe, don't try to drag yourself from under the bus. We're under the bus together, you know.
Joel,
can't-
did you watch
can't go,
Grimsby?
I predicted it.
Joel, did you watch Grimsby?
Stop saying
I woke up.
Grimsby.
The home of battered cod. Joel, tell
did
me,
wake up.
what's on your
Grimsby.
mind here?
Well, despite all the things that we've just listed, I actually think not this season. I think it's going to be another difficult season. although
Joel,
better than
no.
last year.
Joel, you can't. Joel, seriously, it's like listening to
But why was
Chairman
the-
Mao. You can't possibly.
The way he goes on. Yeah.
It's the way
I know,
you
I
go,
know.
mate. It's like listening
I know.
to Chairman
It's
Mao.
crazy.
You know what's annoying? I
crazy.
forgot my word.
Joel, what do you think?
No, I genuinely think, especially with, I'm just going to go off what Ragnick said with the open heart surgery line.
But you know,
But
since he
this
said
is
that,
the
by the way,
first-
Joe, Since he said that, we've had about 30 new players.
What about Benjamin Sesko, 005, I think, currently? Benjamin
Open heart surgery 6 years ago. Like, you're doing all right.
I'm not going to get pulled into the Sesko
2
debate.
heart transplants.
Why not? Why not? You're a Man United fan. You're on the show. You got opinions. What about Benjamin Sesko? 80 million quid.
Bro, Joe.
He's had one
Joe,
start.
listen. He's got a few punchlines he needs to get out. Just let him get his punchlines out. Like, just don't ask him what's going on with his bald-headed fraud of a manager who's sitting 15th in the league.
What's it being bold got to do with anything? That's a style choice. He's chosen to go bold. That's his life. He wants to go bold. He goes bold.
I don't think he chose to go bold.
He did.
I think he scratched all his hair up.
Yeah. What do you think about Benjamin Sesko anyway, John?
Jesus Christ. I think he's going to be fine. He'll be fine. I'm not concerned with him yet.
When does he score? Wait, honestly, on my life, please answer me the question honestly now. When does he actually score his debut goal for Man United?
No.
He said he would start.
You didn't want to start. Yeah, come on and get the winner.
Yeah,
come on and get the winner.
Him.
Mate, Joe, he's just guaranteed a Sesko goal on Sunday.
He won't score. He'll score less than 5 goals all season, mark my words.
No, I reckon he'll score about 12.
That's the spirit, Joe.
We really are.
Yeah. No, Buvey, you're wrong. 12. He's going to get 12. All comps.
Less than Hoyland.
Benjamin Sesko's right.
The thing is, it's going to be hard for him to
12. Yeah, I've seen Jolie Lescott score 14. 12.
Yeah, Jolie Lescott scored 14 in a season.
Rasmus Hoyland got more than 12.
I've seen Tony Hibbert score 14.
Steve Bruce scored more than that in a season, though.
Mate, Rasmus Hoyland got more than 12.
You'll be a good player, and I don't think he needs to be that much better than Hoyland to fucking push
12, bro. You spent 90 million quid on his money laundering. You spent 90 million quid on this guy.
It wasn't 90 million either.
90 million euros.
You're making things up, man.
Yen.
I don't even know. It was like 56 or something, wasn't it?
56? Wasn't that, was it?
56.
It was 90 million euros. It was in yen. China's yen.
Just got this guy going, rupees, yen. Joe, sorry, make your point, please. Sorry.
So my point with that Ragnar quote was, I think we're starting to see that, and I think it potentially even started when Jim did come in, but with the transfer strategy, especially over this summer, we've seen us kind of sort out one position. We now have depth in those 2 positions behind the striker that we're not going to have to worry about in future windows, I believe. I think we probably need another centre-back just for depth.
Joe.
Because Liko always gets injured.
Joe, you need another manager.
Yeah, Flav, first sensible thing you've said today.
You need another manager. He's just not equipped to deal with
Are you hammering in, Joel?
I am right now. I think
12 goals, hammer him in.
He's
12 goals, hammer him in.
12 goals, hammer him in right now. Yeah. But don't take my word for that. I'm hammering him at the moment.
I'm hammering him in as well.
At the moment.
No. Oh, don't worry. I'll call back in 2 months' time when we're
hammering him out.
Two
The
days.
thing is, when you commit to someone, Joel, you kind of got to do it a little bit stronger. You can't go, I'm hammering him at the moment.
No, but
Sesko's going to be class 12 goals.
he's in charge of the worst Man United team since post-Ferguson.
I've seen Richard Dunn score 14.
12. Oh, dear. Joel, you've been brilliant.
Joe, can I just ask you a question? How many goals are we beating City by at the weekend?
3-1.
Yeah, boy.
Awesome.
To City. Thanks very much, Joel.
Joel, an honour as always.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys.
Good luck, mate. Cheers, Joel. Brilliant call.
That's my favourite call
Absolutely hilarious.
He didn't even get to
I
say what he wanted to
I
say.
love how pessimistic he is under the guise of being optimistic.
12.
Yeah, no, he's going to be good.
Star striker from Man United, biggest club in the world.
Ruben Amorim
His topic
in
as well, by the
for
way.
now.
His topic as well, by the way, was it's not as bad as it seems. And then he was like, we'll get 12 goals.
Anyway, let's go back into the phone line now. It's Dyers, Real Madrid.
Yes, you remember. Amazing, Rory.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. That's off the top of the dome.
Dyers, what's your point today, please?
Okay, my point is in football, like right now with Levy leaving Tottenham, we have like this big problem of we don't appreciate a player, manager, or president until they already left. Like right now, everyone is saying like, "Oh my God, Levy leaving."
Guys, would you appreciate who's their chairman?
Florentino Perez.
Perez, yeah. If he won 2 trophies in 25 years, would Real Madrid fans be appreciating that?
But they're Real Madrid, though. You're Tottenham.
But look, my point is like...
But he's saying I've got to appreciate him.
No. You don't have to. But my point is like...
Sounds like it.
You guys were booing him and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I see so much about like, oh, we're gonna miss this guy. We're gonna miss him.
No, that's exactly what Flav's
No.
Yeah.
I
did say that, Flav.
I'm saying there is an element of the fact that we don't know what happens next because he is Tottenham, right? He was Tottenham in his own image.
Yeah.
And you can also be respectful of what he did for the football club in turning him into one. By the way, during his tenureship, beat Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm. And we won the trophy that year. So don't worry.
You won, you won the war, but we won the battle. How did you pull that out your ass? I didn't know I was going to say that. Fair play.
Dyers, I've got a question for you. Who goes into Real Madrid's greatest ever midfield?
It's Modric, Toni Kroos, no debate, and then you would have to talk about Zidane or Casemiro because
anyone from the kind of Di Stefano era.
So Zidane was third choice there, by the way.
Yeah, third or fourth. Is there anyone that we don't know? Because obviously you're a Real Madrid fan. Is there anyone from the 90s? Anyone from the 70s when they won all those European Cups? The 60s? Anyone that we're not thinking about? Any Spanish legends that could go in that midfield ahead of Modric?
I don't think so.
No, we've not come up with anyone. So it's an interesting shout from you, mate.
So in a midfield, in a Real Madrid all-time 11, in the midfield, who do you think it would be?
Okay, so when you speak about a midfield, you just think of like center mid, right? Because if it's just center mid, then it's Modric, Kroos, Zidane. But if you like focus on specifically defensive mid, then you put Casemiro.
So Casemiro is the greatest defensive midfielder in the history of Real Madrid, ahead of Xabi Alonso, maybe.
Probably.
Makelele was there for 3 years.
Short time.
Yeah, Makelele is amazing.
Xabi Alonso has to be mentioned.
Also, those Champions Leagues.
But isn't that interesting?
5 Champions Leagues.
When people outside of Madrid think about your side, they think about Zidane being like the pinnacle, the number one. Like he's almost overrated.
Zidane's an iconic player, and one of the greatest ever. But during his career, people never spoke about him
and the way
they do now.
But Modric just goes under the radar, and the fact that he's just said that Modric is in.
Is Modric better than Zidane?
Well, he said he is.
His legacy at Real Madrid might be.
What about overall as a player?
No, as a footballer, Zidane's better.
A lot of Zidane's legacy comes internationally, doesn't it?
Yeah, the World Cup final, yeah.
The 2 World Cups.
You can say Zidane's the best footballer of all time. You can
it's the World Cup final, the headbutt and the penalty off the bar, isn't it?
Zidane was better than Modric at everything, probably. Every aspect of the game. Do
you think?
Yeah, scoring goals, controlling the game, skills, could carry the ball. He's probably the best dribbler in the history of football from midfield.
Do you know what I'd love to know? Like, you know when people ask us and people would say to us, who do you think's better, Paul Scholes or Frank Lampard? You and I could debate that, and we would both have our conclusion and like put a case forward. I'd love to hear that from like the equivalent of us, but Real Madrid.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I'd love to hear the debate. If they believe that it's Modric, if they believe it's Zidane, if they believe it's Figo, if they believe it's someone completely different.
We've got Dyers. We've not asked him this question though. So who's the better player then? Take away trophies, Zidane or Modric?
It's way closer than a lot of people think. And this goes back to what I said about not appreciating a player until they already retired. Like, I think if Modric and Zidane played at the same time and like both are retired, I think it would be like a very close debate. But because Zidane is already retired and has this aura of like, oh my God, he was so good, people always default to him being better. But I think Zidane is better, but very slightly.
I agree.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
It's great.
Luka Modric has done so well to even be the fact that we're sitting here now, 15 years after he left Tottenham, and we're going, is it Zidane or Modric? And it's not a mental question.
28 titles, isn't it? He's got the most decorated player in Real Madrid's history.
That's amazing. Dyers, you've done more for us than we've done for you. We appreciate your contribution to the show.
Great call, Dyers. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed the show.
You're very kind, sir. Thank you. Time for the voice notes, Flav. These are all aimed at you. So you answer these.
All right.
Okay, right. Let's play them in.
Hi, gents. It's Craig here. I'm South African. I'm a Chelsea supporter. So I believe that Chelsea has won the market from a holistic manner. We've basically got a net spend of 0. And the only club that's done better than us is Liverpool with bigger names. But when you look at it, the names that we've brought in are near that same tier of player as them, with comparisons of João Pedro, Esteval, Garnacho, Liam Delap, and so on, where Liverpool has Isak, Ekitike, Wirtz, and so on. So I think Chelsea has actually done better than Liverpool because of the sales and our players being as close to the quality of their players.
But they've made a lot of money. They made 35 million quid on Kwanzaa, mate. Kwanzaa.
No. Chelsea in terms of
we've made money on mental players.
They've made better deals selling and buying than you.
No.
They got 70 million
Vega.
for Nicholas Jackson.
70 Renato Vega.
Yeah, but Kelleher's gone. Harvey Elliott's gone.
At this we're better. At this very particular.
Maybe marginally, but they brought in Isak. Liam Delap got relegated with Ipswich.
No,
are we comparing?
30 million quid.
You're right. The quality of player that Liverpool brought in is better than Chelsea's. Right,
we sell players better than
you've made money this window. It's something like £30 million you've made, and like, what's going on? But the funniest thing about this is Jackson.
That's funny, isn't it?
Bayern Munich managers, one of the owners just went. Yeah, they're never getting that money.
No, he went.
He's like,
he has to make 40 starts.
40, yeah.
To trigger that. He won't make 40 starts.
They'll leave him on 39.
And he won't.
Leave him on 39.
And he won't.
In the league,
no, he won't play 39.
If Kane's fit, he won't play.
Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah, I forgot about Kane.
Yeah, also, they would never get him to 39 because if Kane gets injured, it's like...
need a few.
They let him sit on 35.
No, I think Craig is completely out of his element.
But he made a good argument. He's valiant.
The management of the window in terms of incomes and outcomes is impeccable
Also,
by Chelsea, but the quality of the player is with Liverpool.
This Liverpool window looks great now, right?
Yeah.
In 2 years, it could look very stinky.
It's terrible.
Because if Florian Wirtz continues going how he's going, I mean, you know, that could
just scored a great free kick against Northern Ireland.
He also kept giving the ball away and letting them concede as well. But I mean, like, 120 million for him. I don't think Isak's... The only reason Isak wouldn't work is if it was injuries. So I think that one's fine. But the Wirtz one could look very similar.
Kerkez looks great. Frimpong looks great.
Kerkez doesn't look
and he does. But he was great against Madueke.
But what this window has done for Chelsea...
I'll be good against Madueke.
...is Chelsea... I think he's all right, Madueke. But Chelsea are engineered a situation where they've made money in the transfer window. They've also refreshed their squad with João Pedro, Liam Delap and Garnacho and these players. But they're also able to spend a bucket load in January and the summer next year. So you think, like, you look at what Liverpool did. I know it's sort of punctuated by the fact that they won the league. But because they only bought Chiesa in one window, it enabled them to an opportunity to spread.
Yeah,
Chelsea can, if Blue Coat decide to pump more money into Chelsea, what they could do in the transfer window in the next
3 or 4 years
is scary.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Let's go to the next voice note.
Hey, my name is Max. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I was just thinking a way to make the Carabao Cup more entertaining would be where you have a rule where clubs have to play a certain amount of their teenagers. So it's to make it more exciting. You see the future of your club. And then as the Carabao Cup, the EFL Cup, ends kind of halfway through the season, it'd be a good chance for young players to show off. And then basically other clubs can come in and loan them for the second half of the season. I'll leave you guys to play with the numbers about how many have to play in lower leagues.
Yeah, making the League Cup more interesting. It's an interesting shout. I think the best thing we could do is just scrap the League Cup, personally.
I mean, if you're going to do that...
Don't scrap it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
If you're going to suggest
What's going on here?
I think it's an argument you could scrap.
Why does it need anything?
Also, this is turning it into the Johnston Page.
Yeah. If we're keeping it, we're keeping it
Wait,
as a
why
as
does
a
it need
tournament.
anything?
Yeah,
It's just a
He's
suggestion.
making a suggestion.
To get more young players playing for their clubs.
But are we not allowed to, if you think this, which I do, are you not allowed to suggest that the suggestion is unneeded?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just to be too dismissive that you might stop getting voice notes.
No, but it's fine. People can have opinions, and we can disagree.
I don't think.
Do you think the League Cup is fine?
I think it's a bad
Does
opinion.
it completely fine with the
Think
no
about-
replays
I think it'd be a
anymore?
terrible thing
Mate,
to do.
I would
Two
say that
legs
the
in the
League Cup.
semis?
I would say that the League Cup last year, just use last year, the most recent example as a case study. You had two fantastic semi-finals,
The final was superb as well.
and then you had an amazing final.
Yeah.
You had two big clubs going for it.
Newcastle win their first trophy.
Liverpool, who ultimately won the league, were in the final. They knocked Arsenal out in the semi-final. Newcastle knocked Arsenal out in the semi-final.
Yep.
The team that finished second.
Yeah.
Those two games, Newcastle winning at the Emirates and them winning up there, 2-0, 2-0 was fantastic.
I'm with you, Rory.
Well, I don't really know what the issue is.
I think it's an argument you could. I think if we're going to keep playing club World Cups, we're going to have bigger World Cups. There's going to be never-ending football. There's an argument that you scrap the League Cup entirely and give these
Not,
players
not
a
what
bit
in
of a
favour
rest.
of the Club World Cup.
No, I don't
Trump.
like that. I don't like the club. I don't want the
Talking
Club
about
World Cup
English
to exist.
heritage right here. You're talking about a bastion of our game.
Because the Club World Cup's not a real tournament. It's a friendly tournament. It's not a real tournament.
Get rid of it for the Club World Cup.
No, I'll get rid of the Club World Cup.
Go on, Flav.
Yeah, what's up with you
the
over
Audi
there?
Cup. I'm not having it.
Typical
It's the
Man
Audi Cup.
City.
It's the Audi Cup.
Typical Man City.
I don't like
How about
it.
let's get rid of Man City?
Yeah, how about let's get rid of Man City.
That's better,
Let's get rid of Man City.
Man City are older than Tottenham.
Right, there we go. It's been emotional. Flav,
Thank you so much for having me.
thank you very much for coming on.
It's a pleasure. I love being here.
fantastic.
I love being here, boys. Thank you.
Say that again like you mean it. Go on.
I absolutely love being on this
Thank
podcast.
you
It's
to
great.
every single person who's got their voice notes in. Thank you to everybody who's taken time to call up. We really do love this show. Please get in touch. We could be speaking to you on the Club Calling Show next week. In a bit.